Afternoon, YouTube. This is Rick, Black Rifle from North Augusta, South Carolina, coming to you with the Ruger iHunt 750 decoy and the Primous Turbo Dog decoy for coyote hunting and all kinds of calls. The iHunt 750 has the most calls, and the Primous Turbo Dog has a few, and there's some way of downloading some, but you got to pay for them. I don't think they're really worth it, or it's going to improve my hunt for coyotes. Anyway, this is my rabbit. This is my decoy. I put rabbit urine on this batting under here, and I set this up on this pole here. And I stick it in the ground like so, and then I played a wounded rabbit call, which is this call here, and it drives the coyotes crazy. And I put the urine on this also, and that attracts them also. But this, in conjunction with this, they really bring them in. I've had a coyote steal a rabbit, actually run off with it. About 8 of them come in and attacked at once, and I got 3, and I was able to find it later on in the woods all tore up. He actually got away with it. So, there you go, that's it. That's the iHunt 750 right there. Bluetooth paired with my cell phone. So, you can raise the volume up and down too. With your phone's volume. So you can raise it up and down. So there you go. Oh, I hear a coyote yelling. They're answering back to that. I can't believe it. Oh boy, I don't want him in the neighborhood here. I might have to take my 22 to him. Anyway, that's that on the Ruger iHunt 750. Okay, so we turn that off, and we come over here to the Turbo Dog, and you look at the menu here, and you want to get professional hunt. And I'm going to have to get my glasses to do this, so I'll try and leave this filming while I look real quick. I want to get expert hunt, so I'm going to scroll down to expert hunt, push the playlist, and coyote cottontail. And I'll turn the volume up. If there's a coyote in the area, then answer that. I've got him answering back here. They're back off over here, back behind them woods back there. I hear them. Oh yeah, they raising sand. Usually when a siren goes by, like an ambulance or something like that, I pretty much make them howl. But that's it. This is what I use hunting. I also use this JBL speaker. This is a little small portable speaker, but the sound out of this little thing is called the GO2. The sound out of this is awesome. I don't know if you have any friends that have this little wireless speaker, but you download the coyote call on the cell phone and play it through this Bluetooth, and you can set this out there. Actually, you can put it inside the rabbit and make it more realistic with the crying cottontail, and it'll draw coyotes. But this speaker would work well. Anyway, the only downfall of this speaker is the battery life. It'll stay for a while, but at full volume, at the most you got a couple hours. So what you do is you get them to come in with one of the bigger calls, and then you turn the wounded rabbit, the screaming rabbit, on when you see the coyote. So it'll draw their attention to the decoy. The scent, the sound, everything's right there at the decoy, and it'll draw them to the decoy and draw them away from you while you're sitting in your ground blind or your ladder stand. So you just set your ladder stand up. You put these out about 50 yards from your ladder stand or your ground blind, and just sit there and just wait on them. Like I said, 22 puts them down, depending on the neighborhood. If you're in a neighborhood residential place like this, I recommend 22. If you're out on a farm where there's no animals in the vicinity, I recommend 223. That's a good coyote load. 223 really puts the smackdown on them. You don't have to have a 25-06 or a 7mm Magnum to kill these varmints. You just don't need it. It's overkill. 223 works just fine. 22, 250, 22 Magnum. You know, all the hyper velocity, the 222, the 22 Hornet. All of those are really good varmint cartridges. They've been around a lot longer than we have. So anyway, I really prefer the 223 on the coyotes. It really works well. You can really reach out there too. I've nailed some coyotes at 500 yards. So you know, that's a long shot for a coyote, 500 yards. But I have done that. Anyway, this is Rick, Black Rifle, from North Augusta, South Carolina. I'll be back with you. I'm filming through my glasses, you know, so this is the JBL speaker I was talking about. This is the Primous Turbo Dog, and this is the Ruger iHunt 750 call. And again, I don't know how many times I have to say it. Read the instruction manual before you get started. Once you read this, you'll find out how to pair it and unlock the other calls that are within the download on the App Store. So that's it. You know, this is Rick, Black Rifle, from North Augusta, South Carolina, signing off the video glasses. YouTube signed off the video glasses, signing back on the GoPro. Anyway, Rick Black Rifle back at you with 3 wireless speakers and predator calls. This is how it's done, folks. You could spend a lot of money on a lot of these calls. Some of them are just ridiculously priced, over $500. And I think if you spend $500 on a predator call, you should have your head examined. Anyway, these are relatively inexpensive. I think I picked this up secondhand for the Turbo Dog up. I picked it up secondhand for $100. I picked up the Ruger High Hunt 750 with the wiggler. You can take that wiggler on and off. It looks like a rock, and it's got 4 places to stake the call down on the ground, you know, so it doesn't move or get moved. Anyway, and then your JBL speaker, I think I got $30 in this, $29. So, you know, there you go. You have fun. You could do it inexpensively. You could really get started. Find some land. Somebody will allow you to hunt on private property, whatever. And in most states, coyotes, there's no season on them, no limit, no season on private lands. So there may be in a wildlife area or some state property or federal lands, but on private property there's no season, no limit. For the ones that want to hunt on the federal lands, I wouldn't do it. I won't waste my time with all the BS you got to put up with to go out there and kill coyotes for them, because the coyotes are a nuisance animal. As you know, I'm in nuisance wildlife animal control, and I get rid of coyotes. I specialize in coyotes and feral hogs. So this even has feral hog calls, so there you go. I don't know how many of you heard a feral hog call before, but at night when a boar groans or growls, it is scary. It sounds like a bear. And when they come through the bushes running toward you, that's even more scary. Just got to make sure you got a good flashlight on your sidearm, and you have that sidearm loaded up. I had a boar come after me, and I went up to stand about 5 steps, and then he butted with his head. He butted the ladder stand, trying to knock me out of the stand. I shot him right in the top of the head for his efforts. Anyway, dropped him dead as a stone with my 9mm. But that's the only time that's ever happened to me. And I've been killing hogs for 10 years. So, and just this year alone, from last August to now, I've killed well over 400 feral hogs, 45 coyotes, and I wasn't hunting coyotes. They just happened by. We have such a bad coyote problem. Pretty much any neighborhood you go into and you play a coyote call or a challenge call, you'll get an answer back from coyotes. So they're there. You may not see them, but they're there. If you're missing dogs and cats, you let your cat out at night and you ain't seen your cat in 3 or 4 days, chances are a coyote's got him, and he was eaten. So he's a pile of coyote crap right now. Coyote scat's easy to spot. It's got hair in it all the time. So looks like a dog turd with hair in it, because they eat the whole animal, hair and all. So they're a vicious creature. Anyway, this is Black Rifle. with the Primous Turbo Dog, the Ruger iHunt 750, and the little Bluetooth wireless JBL speaker called the GO2. Anyway, all three of these would work great. You don't have to put a lot of money in the call. And this has some professional calls in it, the Primous Turbo Dog does. But I wouldn't pay almost $200 for the Turbo Dog. It's not worth that kind of money. The iHunt, you know, for $119, I think it was, delivered, is worth it. But shop around, check your Amazon, your eBay. You'll find some of these calls dirt cheap, and some of them you just make an offer, and sometimes they'll accept your offer. Like the guy with the Turbo Dog, I offered him $100, and he took it. I think he was asking $150 for it. And I said, well, I got $100 I'll spend, but that's about it. And he said, deal. And I've been successful with all three. So, in the state, my state, you can only use it for coyotes and hogs. You can't use electronic call for deer, turkey, or any other game animal. I don't know if you could use it on alligators. You may be able to use it on gators, but there is a gator call, and I do take out gators, nuisance alligators. I got to get a special permit from the state when I do that, and usually I set a snare up in the water, and I bait it with chicken, and the gator comes up and he gets in the next snare, and he gets caught, and he does his death roll and chokes him out. Usually when I come back the next day, he's dead. But if there is a live alligator there, I have to dispatch it. But I have to get a special permit to do that. So if you call me about gators, you can give me about a week to get DNR down to take a look at your property, look at what's going on, and see if they'll give me the depredation permit and the permit to take the gator. But if I do so, the gator meat, the tail, that's good to eat. You're welcome to it. I could take it up to the processor and have him process it, but I don't have any, I'm not familiar with gators or skinning them or getting their skin or hide. So you'll have to figure that out. Once I catch it, it's yours if you want it. And like I said, I'll remove the tail and take it up and get it processed. But that's about it as far as that goes on that. This is Rick, Black Rifle, from North Augusta, South Carolina. Bye-bye.